I'm gonna teach you how to make this same shockwave effect of my last video. You can find the project file in the description down below. Making a new After Effects tutorial for each day of the year. Day 22 of 365. Go here to the tools, select ellipse tool, and let's make an ellipse holding Ctrl and Shift. Now we will disable the fill for this ellipse, enable the stroke, something like that. Let's rename this layer as Shockwave. This will be our Shockwave. First, let's center this with Control Home, and we're going to animate like this ring. So go here to ellipse path, and make a keyframe for the size. So it will start with the size of 0, go forward, and you can make it go out of the screen just like that. There you go. So we have this animation, and we have to make the edges to be softer. So let's add a Gaussian blur, and let's add the blurriness, something like that. There you go. And now let's add the displacement. So make an adjustment layer with Ctrl+Alt+Y. Here let's add a displacement map. There you go. And here we have to select our shockwave, that is our shape layer, and select here the effects mask to also select the Gaussian blur. Now we can increase the horizontal displacement, the vertical displacement. I prefer the vertical displacement, something like that. And to avoid this black patch, we're gonna add a effect. Let's add a motion tile. Bring this above the other effect and check here in mirror edges, and let's increase output width to 200 and output height to 200 too. There you go. So now we have this. Let's rename this as displacement. There you go. And so we have this displacement. We can improve this shockwave by first going to the last keyframe, is this keyframe, and change here the speed graph a little bit like that. Now let's see. Now at the beginning it's like much faster. And also another thing we can do is to animate the stroke width. So it starts like really thick, and then it's going to be thinner and thinner. So let's search here stroke, and here we have the property. Let's make a keyframe, go to the end, and decrease this. This could be to 0. Easy, move the speed graph, and let's see. There you go, and then it disappears. Another thing you can add is like a little shadow to this shockwave. So if we right click the shape layer, go to layer styles, and add a bevel and emboss. Now go here and increase the size here like if it were 3D. So you can adjust all these properties as you like, change the angle, the altitude, everything. Another thing I like to do here is to toggle here the switches and select here the mode as overlay. This could look good or not. This is how you prefer this. And you can also animate the opacity, so it starts to 100 and here fades out to 0. Or it could start, I don't know, in 75, something like that. And there you have it. So you can also make copies of this. So select both layers, copy with Ctrl D, move it a little forward. This could be like a second ring, shockwave ring. Go here to the displacement 2 layer, and here you have to select the shockwave 2. There you go. And now I wanna make this shockwave to be like thinner. So I'm gonna decrease the stroke width 50, and also I want this to be faster, to move less than the other one. I'm gonna make this like smaller, and let's see, I'm gonna bring this closer. Okay, there you have it. The last thing we can do is to add a motion blur. So go here to the shape layers and add a motion blur to both, and there you have it. I'm gonna leave you the project file in the description so you can download it for free, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. See ya.